Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. I am currently hanging out in my hometown with my parents. My husband Ross is here. I'm Hannah, if you're new. Hello. And I am just eating these delicious brie bites for breakfast. It is crescent roll with brie cheese and jelly that my aunt made in it. They are delicious, and we're just watching a Harry Potter marathon on cable because there's cable here. Crazy, I know. It's a wild time. So to be completely transparent with you guys, this video was not supposed to happen at all. And I feel like it's about to be the most boring, anticlimactic New Year's video that anyone has ever seen because nothing is happening. I'm not leaving this house. So I had my posting schedule for the holidays while I'm here in Virginia all planned out, right? So day before Christmas Eve, had a video, no problem. Then I was gonna take the 30th off of posting, which I did. And then this video was supposed to be something that I had already filmed before I left New York. And then I got here and I was editing it and I am missing key footage. I cannot tell you what happened to it. I don't know where it went. All of the other footage that would have been surrounding that particular footage was there. So I really have no idea what happened, and I can't make that video without that specific footage. So I'm just gonna have to redo it when I get back to New York, but then I'm like, uh-oh, I don't have a video. So now I'm vlogging New Year's, and nothing really is gonna happen. There's gonna be some good food. That's gonna be about it. So my mom forgot the Rotel tomatoes at the grocery store, and they're a key ingredient in the sausage dip that absolutely must be made every holiday. So I'm heading to the dollar store to grab some of those. But first, look at the sky up there looking all gorge. Wow. This is not good. They're all the way up there. I'm asking for help. Someone's coming. Guys, after I built up my nerve and went to the front and asked for someone to come help me with those tomatoes, and they sent the nicest man in the world to help me with those tomatoes, I'm walking through the store and there were some on a lower shelf elsewhere.
Beyonce's Renaissance Tour is the greatest stadium tour of the past decade. Sure.
It's time with Eris.
Well, the moment is almost here. We have officially switched from the Harry Potter marathon we were watching all day to Anderson Cooper doing shots on television. It's almost 2024. Ooh. I just tried to put my wedding rings on Ross and they wouldn't even go on his pinky.
Ooh, Happy New Year!
I am here with my grandmother, my mama, Rachel. I asked you guys a couple hours ago on Instagram for questions for her. So if you're not following me over on Instagram, you should do that because that's where this spontaneous stuff goes down. Mama, why don't you just tell them a little about yourself?
Okay, I'm Hannah's mama. I'm very proud of her and happy to be here with her. So I'm here in Buchanan County, Virginia, where I was born and lived all my life except 1 year in New Jersey when my husband was in service and he was stationed at Fort Dix. So that's my only time living away from Buchanan County.
All right, we got some questions.
This is kind of impromptu, so I'm not prepared.
No, I've been not prepared for the past 2 days while I've been filming because I was telling them I lost a bunch of footage. And so the video that I was supposed to put up when this one's going up is incomplete and I can't fix it, so I'm back in New York.
Okay.
So the tripod right now is a music stand. We don't have any lighting. We don't have a good microphone. We're just winging it. So
Okay.
It's okay. It's all
I
impromptu.
look forward to your questions
All
and
right.
hope I can answer them.
So the first one is, well, we're just jumping off the deep end. If you could change one thing in your life that you have done, what would it be?
Oh, dear. I'm pretty well satisfied with my life, actually.
Good.
I guess no changes.
Good.
I certainly probably could make improvements, but they would be minor.
What is a food you miss from when you were a kid?
Birch sap.
What's that?
We used to go birch sapping up in the mountains. Daddy would cut the bark. We would take buckets of water in little 8-pound lard buckets. They had lids on them. So we would take the water, about half a bucket of water. He would cut bark off the birch tree, scrape the inside of it, put it in the water, and we would have birch sap. And I guess we took a spoon with us to eat it with. Also, there were other mountain delights like mountain tea, little leaves that you could chew. And you could also get a birch twig and chew on it. Chew the bark off of it. It's real tasty.
Cool. Can we still find that?
Probably.
Might have to go hunting later.
Go birch sapping.
Do you want your coffee?
Yes, I'd like some coffee. Thank you.
Ross just delivered coffee.
How nice. Thank you.
How many times have you been to New York City?
Only twice. And yet, I think I could find my way around up there. It was just, it's the first time I went, then when I went again several years later, both times it was on a bus tour. And the second time I seemed to know my way around pretty well.
Nice. I'm gonna throw in my own.
Okay.
How many times have you been in New York City since I've lived there?
Unfortunately, I have not been since Hannah's been living there. We had a great trip planned. We'd already paid for our plane tickets. We had paid for the hotel rooms. We were all going to go. There were about 5 or 6 of us. But anyway, COVID hit and that changed everything. And we just haven't got it together enough to go back since.
It was April 2020.
Yeah.
That trip was planned.
And I'd really like to go. I look forward to it.
Yeah. What was Hannah like as a child?
Hannah was a very intelligent little girl, actually. And that's a word that, ooh,
Get the
I'm
cat.
sorry.
Clover.
Clover came to see me. Clover is the house cat, and I have a bit of a phobia about cats. But anyway, when Hannah was little, she used a great vocabulary. She was always surprising us with the words she used, and just a super little kid.
Okay.
I enjoyed her very much.
This question is from my internet buddy, Michaela, who has an awesome channel. And she did a Q&A on her channel a little while back, and I asked her a few questions, and she shouted out my channel, which was so nice of her. So I'm just going to quickly tell you guys that you should go subscribe to Michaela. She makes great clarinet content and some lifestyle videos, and she's wonderful. But she wants to know, what was your favorite or most memorable birthday?
Okay, Michaela, let me think a moment. I'm drawing a blank.
Maybe it wasn't all that memorable.
Well, on my 17th birthday, my birthday's in January, and on the 19th, I had become engaged on New Year's Eve, and I got married on the 30th, so that might have been my most memorable birthday.
Your birth month, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I was only 17 when I got married, but it was a happy marriage.
So that was pretty normal back then, too, right?
It was very normal. We were out of high school. I graduated when I was 16, so I was already out of school and working.
Mm-hmm.
And that seemed to be the next step. I always expected to get married and have children. I had 3 children, and now I have 2 lovely granddaughters.
If you could go back to any age, what would it be?
Maybe 35.
35, why?
Yeah. I was kind of at my peak then, working, and I worked for a newspaper and did a weekly column and news stories, so that might have been my best work years.
Cool. Thanks for playing.
So, are we done?
We're done.
We finished all the questions.
We finished the questions.
Thank you all for the questions. I enjoyed trying to respond. I'll think of something later that I should have said, but that's the way I usually do. I always think of things later.
If anything's really important, just send me a clip. I'll edit it in there.
I even started a poem once that said, I should have said, I often say, when time for saying's past. Someday I'll say it when I should and leave them all aghast.
There you go.
I like poetry.
Buy her book. Where can I buy your book? Can I link your book?
You can find it on Amazon. Sometimes there's old copies. My book is called Miscellanea. It's a collection of my writings. It's Miscellanea from the Sidelines of the 60s. Because I wrote my column back during the 1960s. And I was just kind of an observer. I was not one of those 60s kids, you know. I was a little older at that time, so. But anyway, that's the name of it. And it's a hodgepodge of a variety of writing.
Just DM me on Insta if you want a book, and I will get you hooked up with a book.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, it is much later in the evening. I've actually ended the video already, but I'm just gonna stick this in somewhere that makes sense because I started practicing and realized that I had not shown you guys this trip. I think I've included this in videos before, like a long time ago, but I haven't shown you this video, what the dogs do when I practice. And I just wanna preface this by saying they can leave. They have plenty of exit routes available to them. They do not have to be here. They straight up follow me through the house. If I practice elsewhere, they will come and sit at my feet. So, you know, nobody's making them listen to the clarinet. I don't think it's hurting them. Anyway, here you go. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment with Mama. I'm so happy we did that. But she has left now. It's nighttime. And I thought we could go over my vision board for 2024. So last year I made an entire dedicated video to my 2023 vision board. I just watched it back earlier in preparation for this. I'll link that if you would like to watch it. But I'm a little disappointed with myself. A lot of things on that board didn't quite come to fruition. So I'm gonna pop that one up here on the screen. This is the 2023 vision board, and we'll just go through it quickly. On the top left, we have these friends playing in the sunset, and that was there to symbolize that I really wanted to care for my relationships this year with friends and family and Ross, and just, you know, really put a lot into them and work to spend more time with people. And I think I did okay at this. I really made effort this year, I think, to stay in touch with people and make time even when I didn't feel like I had the time. So that was good. So over here on the quarter of the screen next to it, we've got a YouTube play button. And that was to signify my subscriber goal for the year, which was 5,000, which, nope, not even close. So let's move on. The piggy bank here was to symbolize doing things intentionally with my money. I wanted to max out my Roth IRA this year, which I did not do, but I did contribute. I also contributed to a 403b. You know, I would say I half did this one. I did the best I could. So this little brain image is where I really start screwing up. I said in that video that in 2023, I was gonna get both a therapist and a primary care physician. And I got neither of those things. But you know what? I've been to the dentist a ton. So where it says live intentionally, that was just my theme for the year. I wanted to be more intentional about how I spent my time, how I spent my money, just things in general. I wanted to make sure everything that I was doing had an intention behind it and I wasn't just coasting. And I think I, for the most part, did that. Yeah, so cool. The little dog image was supposed to be getting a dog. We did not get a dog this year. But, you know, I kind of feel like maybe this manifested Maggie into my life. If you're newer here and you're not sure who Maggie is a dog that I dog sit. And I keep her like 3 to 4 times a week. So maybe that little dog image brought Maggie into my life. The bottom left here is my wedding venue. Ross and I did get married this year, so yay. Beside that, we have an orchestra hall with some sheet music. And I said that I wanted to get more into orchestral playing again in 2023. I had been playing, but mainly jazz and musical theater type things since I finished graduate school, and I wanted to play with an orchestra again, and I didn't really do that. I played some more jazz and musical theater, but I started preparing for my audition, which I guess I can go ahead and say, I'm not going to say exactly what it's for yet, but I am preparing for an audition that is in a similar vein. I just rambled for way too long about that, but basically this didn't really happen this year, no, but it is in progress. And then this last image here is, well, it's Puerto Rico, but it didn't necessarily symbolize going to Puerto Rico specifically. We just wanted to go on a nice trip, and we ended up going to St. Martin for our honeymoon, which is, you know, pretty similar to Puerto Rico, Caribbean island. Okay, I'll say we did that. So now I'm gonna pull up my board that I just made for 2024. This board is a little bit more vague, I think, and I didn't include some of the stuff on it from the last board that I didn't achieve because, I don't know, I just feel like I kind of need to reevaluate a little bit. If I didn't do it in the past year, maybe there's a reason, and I don't necessarily want to just keep including the same things. That's not to say that I shouldn't get a therapist and a primary care physician, because I probably should do that. One of the main reasons that this board is more vague is displayed in that top left image of these glasses looking out at New York City. So this is what came up on Google Images when I typed in clarity. And I am just trying to gain some clarity on what I even want my goals to be for this year. And that is partially why this board is so vague. I feel like I'm kind of at this point right now where I want to see some change in my life, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I'm not really sure exactly what that needs to be. And I just need to get some clarity to figure that out before I can put super detailed goals on a board. So maybe this board will end up being modified in like April or something. We'll see. So change, that butterfly image below it, that is a caterpillar changing into a butterfly. Straightforward. I want some change. I don't know exactly what. I kind of have an idea of what I would like to change, but I don't know where I want that change to lead to, I guess. I don't know. That's too vague. I'm gonna move on. So this little tooth image in the bottom left is very straightforward. I've been having some teeth issues that have been pretty upsetting for me. I've been talking about it a little broken record style for several vlogs now, and I am gonna go more into detail about that in videos to come, but I want to get straight what is even happening exactly before I start talking about it, because a little bit is up in the air. And this is just there to remind me that maybe this first quarter of the year is just kind of going to be dealing with that and getting through it. And that's okay. So the image next to the two people running, this one's really straightforward. I want to run a 5K. And that's just because that's something that I've kind of always wanted to do, that's really small and simple to do. And because I am feeling like I don't have a lot of clarity right now and I don't know exactly what goals I want to put on here, that just seemed like something little and straightforward that I could put on there and achieve easily and feel like I've done something. And I also love that I found an image of two people running because Ross wants to run the 5K with me. Or maybe it's really just that I want Ross to run the 5K with me and he says he will. Can you confirm or deny?
Yes.
Do you want to run it or are you just running it to make me happy?
A little of both.
Anyway, we're gonna run a 5K. So the image next to that one is of a bass clarinet, and this one has multiple meanings. So this does signify just music in general and that I want to keep playing more. I think I'm headed in a really good direction with that, but I do want to keep playing more. I maybe want to get in lessons again. Like, I'm just really, I want to get back to my roots of just feeling primarily like a musician this year. But also, I want to buy a bass clarinet. So this is also very literal. Hopefully I can make that happen this year. They're quite expensive. We'll see. So the image up above it in the top right corner is London. And Ross and I are going to London this year. We are going to England and Scotland. And I am really, really excited. So this little image of a latte, it's just cute. It's just cute and brings me joy. And I really like coffee and I want more coffee in 2024. So let's talk about this YouTube play button. Last year, it was supposed to be that I was gonna get 5,000 subscribers, and that's not what happened. And I don't wanna set a subscriber goal again. I'm kind of bummed about it, to be honest with you. I knew it was a lofty goal, but I was really hopeful. So I think for me, this YouTube play button symbolizes that, to be really honest with you, I kind of feel bad saying this on YouTube, but in the past few months, I have been feeling kind of down about YouTube. I haven't been enjoying it quite as much as I was previously. I've been feeling bummed out about not growing more quickly, and also just like I don't have as much time to dedicate to YouTube as I would like. And so I think the play button here means that I want to get more joy out of YouTube again. And I think I just need to make the content I want to make, put the energy into it that I am able to do feasibly, and just allow myself to have a little more fun again. I don't even know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but that's what I'm thinking. So this is my vision board for now. I think maybe I'll make some changes to it when I get more clarity. Hopefully that doesn't take the entire year. Maybe by about halfway through I'll have some more clarity and can make some updates to this board. Anyway, I hope this was interesting. If you made a vision board, I would love to see it. Post it on Insta and tag me. Several of you did that last year, and it just made my entire day when I would see those. Some of you said that I inspired you to make one, which was just so cool, and I really love seeing them. So if you'd like to share them with me, please do. I love it. So I was just looking at my footage for this video, and there's actually quite a bit of it. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this very chill, impromptu hometown New Year's vlog. If you did, please give it a like for me. It's very, very helpful, honestly. And subscribe if you haven't already. And bye.